Good morning. Santa's been watching you. He knows who's been naughty and he knows who's been nice. Is the American farmer going to get a lump of coal in their stocking? I brought in the one guy I know for sure is going to get a lump of coal in his stocking for many reasons. Why? We have some reasons why we think grains might go up. We have reasons why we think grains might go down. But one thing we're going to tell you for sure today is that grains are not stocks. We're going to talk about that. It's going to be exciting year end. We have a lot of volatility still happening in the cattle market, everything else. We had some sales, we had some news. The borders closed. What's going on over there? None other than Connor B. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Tommy. If I'm getting coal, what are you getting in your stocking?
I don't know. I don't know. Probably nothing. I hope nothing because it just goes on my credit card and then I get a bill. So I I just want to return everything. What's going on with the grain markets? It is not a good day across here. I'm
No,
going to
sir.
log out of my trading. I realize I just still logged in. I'm about ready to do a trade. I'm watching the markets
Here
instead of
you
you.
go.
Hey, we just bought
You
soybeans down
can't.
14. We logged out. Uh, Stocks are not grains. Grains are not stocks. I have a great graphic of that. Producer Joe's going to pop that up. Let's talk through this real quick. What does this mean when you see this, Connor B?
Yes, sir. So that's what we're going to call the Big Seven. Looking back at 2023, the S&P 500, we've been on a heck of a run. I think we're 1% off the high, Tommy, something like that. See what we're doing today. A big contributor that some would say the main contributor is the Big Seven stocks, right? We're going to
I'll
have
read them
Meta.
off real quick. Oh,
Go
go
for it.
ahead. All right, I'll do my best. Meta,
Yep.
Tesla, Google, Nvidia, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, the big seven. Without them, the American stock market looks a lot different.
Yep. And here's two of those. First one, Nvidia, right? If you think I'm a good hindsight marketer in grains, wait till we talk what stocks you should have bought in January 1st, 2023. Nvidia up 220% year to date, and Meta is the other big one, up 172, right? This time last year, Meta was, I mean, they were doing this stuff with the virtual reality. They had a terrible 2022, and they've rebounded nicely and big contributor to the S&P
If you
rally.
have your bingo card out, every square should say AI, and you'll win every day because it's all about AI. This beautiful computer I have next to me has a monster NVIDIA card over. One of my friend's kids came over and he goes, "Oh, that's a cool PC." First thing he clicked and looked at was what type of card I had in it. He's like, "Do you game?" I go, "Yeah, I game. It's called corn and beans and wheat and crude oil. I play a little game, but we don't always win here." Speaking of winning, I understand we sold some soybeans. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. 4.8 million bushels sold to unknown destination. Good. We'll talk later about export inspections. We've seen soybeans, good run, good sales, good to see. Let's break that down later. Um, Other thing we had, Tommy, other news is we've got the railway going to Mexico. Railway crossing bridges in Eagle Pass and El Paso are closed due to detecting a surge in smuggling of migrants through Mexico by train. Reading
Migrants.
that off Reuters.
We don't have a problem at the border. You
That's
know what I
correct.
watched on the Chicago news the other day? They took down one of the camps just so they can clean it up. So they tell everybody go across the street. We got to power wash this little setup here. It's a hot mess, and no one wants to talk about it. But this is real. This farmers will be like, "What's going on? Why is grains down? Oh, this is close. This isn't bullish." They are affecting how grains flow across the border. I noticed a big letter out from the National Grain and Feed Association last night. Obviously, our commercial department at Advanced Trading's all over this, and we'll keep you up to date as we know. Not a
Yep.
good sign. Not a good sign for security. It's
Nope.
just
And
good. Can I add one other tidbit?
go. Yep.
I was up in North Dakota last weekend, and I was 10 miles from the border. And the sheriff's office in this particular town is an absolute hot mess because the Mexican cartel is bringing people into Canada, bring them right through the North Dakota border. You could walk across there. They'll even let you shoot a deer on the way on over there and everything else. But they have nowhere to put these folks. They have nowhere to put them. Also, headline out of Grafton, North Dakota, a dangerous, dangerous killer was captured in Grafton, North Dakota. Folks, this is real. This is affecting farmers. This is affecting ranchers. This is a subject that needs to be talked about. If you came here for the easy news, you're at the wrong place. We will talk about the hard things every day at 9. What else do we have, Connor B?
Yeah. Speaking on the railway being closed, why it's affecting grain specifically, that's a big export window to our number one corn buyer this year, right? They estimated 25% of Mexico's corn, 63% of soybean paste imports move through that railway crossing. So we'll see how long it's closed, right? The trade's going to digest it, but not bullish news at all, Tommy.
Yeah, let's talk about what Santa knows about you. I tell you, when I think that Santa knows that farmers have been naughty, Santa knows that your cost of production for 2023 was high, and that Santa knows you've been naughty. You didn't sell enough 23. We know that. We know that from the commercial side of advanced trading. We know it from the farmer marketing side. Your grain elevator buyer knows it. And you know what? Santa knows you were working with that person who just gives you great cash sale advice. Santa knows you were working with that person who will tell you when to sell. I don't know who all these people are, nor does Santa or anybody at the North Pole, but the American farmer does not have enough grain sold. If you think it's scary in 23, Santa has that lump of coal for you in 24. But we have a deal, and it's a one-day deal only today. If you don't like where 23 corn is, Connor, you can sell 24, 30, 35 cents higher, and you're just the man to tell people how to do it.
Absolutely. And here's a fun fact for you, Tommy. Take a guess. I looked back to last year if we were doing this show 1 year ago today. March of 23 corn. What do you think the price was today?
Like 585?
647. D's 23 corn.
647. Wow.
647. You want to talk about being nice and Santa giving it to you. D's 23, 596 today, Tommy. Close to $6. So keep that in mind when we think about the do nothing strategy, right? It didn't work out good in 2023.
I blame crop insurance for that in all seriousness. That crop insurance level gave the farmer the idea that they had that floor. They actually, in many places, produced more bushels than they thought. They outproduced the price. We could talk about that on a breakout session.
Absolutely. I could go for an hour talking about crop insurance and those mechanics, right? I love crop insurance. It's one of the best tools we have, but make sure we're doing something else to protect the price.
Yeah. Stock market's on fire, folks. Grains are not the stocks. The stock market has done well. The Dow Jones has made high the last 4 days. The reason we had that slide up is that the grain markets over history tend to go from the top left to the bottom right. The stock market, I didn't pop up the chart, but we will tomorrow, goes from the bottom left to the top right. If you don't believe me, go watch the HBO special about Warren Buffett. That is someone who buys and holds stocks and does very well doing it. Grain markets and professional grain traders and professional hedgers understand how to sell a market. That's my speech. And if you like my speech, you can watch me speak anytime you want. You may have to pay me a little to get there, but we'd love to go out and speak in public, and we'll continue to go out in public. Someone from the ATI ProMedia team, myself, or anyone else. But I'm all revved up today, Connor B.
I
And
love it.
I think there's a reason. I am terribly disappointed in what the American farmer has sold, and we need to make it stop. So a call to action is get in control of these bushels. You have 70 days, about 70, 75 days till you know your Feb crop insurance price. We need to get through the annual pick up your day at the elevator, your pick up your check at the elevator day, first few days in Jan crop report, Feb crop insurance, and Santa might put coal in the American farmer stocking, my friend.
Absolutely. Remember, you said it best, Tommy, when you're looking at what expenses were. 2023, most expensive corn crop, especially we ever put in the ground. 2024 is going to be less, hopefully significantly less. Look at that and look at your own balance sheet. Try not to get the emotion of looking. Last year was 647. This year, 486. March of 24 corn. Right.
We have a call coming in. We have a call coming in. Hold it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that was Mrs. Claus. Mrs. Claus said, don't forget to tell the farmers she might have a special gift for them right up into Christmas. And that's a hot cash market because the American farmers in control of this crop. The weather looks to stay way above normal. If you're looking for a bid to get things shipped, they might want your grain before the end of the year. Call around, check your cash market, see what if Mrs. Claus was right. I will tell you this. The American farmer will stay in control of their crop, whether it goes down $1 or up $1. The American farmer is in control. They are financially stable. Things look good. Land prices are still elevated. We'll see what 2024 brings, my friend.
Sounds good.
You ready to hear from my version of Mrs. Claus?
I was going to say, let's see your Mrs. Claus. Roll it.
Thanks for joining us. We're here every day, 9 a.m. Central. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.